What if your refrigerator, yes, the one you trust to keep food fresh, is silently sabotaging your health every single day? Sounds unbelievable, right? But for millions of seniors, that cold, humming box in the kitchen is doing more harm than good. It's not just making your food taste weird. It's triggering chemical changes, nutrient loss, and even toxic compounds in everyday foods you probably eat all the time. And here's the real shocker. Over 99% of people over 60 are still refrigerating these foods without knowing the damage it's doing to their gut, heart, and brain health. In this video, we're exposing the 9 foods you should never refrigerate and the simple, science-backed ways to store them safely instead. Trust me, you've been storing some of these foods wrong your whole life. Number 2. It's the one that surprises everybody. Every claim is backed by peer-reviewed research, and if you want to dive deeper, all the sources are linked in the description below. Before we dive in, leave us a comment. Where are you watching from? How old are you? And have you noticed any weird changes in taste or texture after refrigerating certain foods? We read every single comment and reply with personalized tips just for you. Let's get into it. Number 9. Potatoes. You might be shocked to learn that refrigerating potatoes can actually create a toxic substance. No exaggeration here. Cold temperatures convert the natural starches in potatoes into sugars, a process known as cold-induced sweetening. That might not sound bad until you cook them. At high heat, those sugars react with amino acids and form acrylamide, a compound classified as a probable human carcinogen by the International Agency for Research on Cancer. A University of Idaho study revealed that potatoes stored in the fridge had a 300% increase in sugar content within just 2 weeks. That's 3 times the sugar, and the change happens fast. Across over 500 potato samples tested, the results were consistent in every variety. The texture also suffers. Refrigeration breaks down their cell structure, making them gritty and oddly sweet. Ever wondered why mashed potatoes sometimes taste off? That's why. Your fridge is altering them at a cellular level. Keep potatoes in a cool, dark place, ideally 45 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. A pantry, cellar, or even a cardboard box in a closet works well. Avoid light, which triggers toxic solanine, the green substance on potatoes. Use a paper bag or ventilated basket, never plastic, which traps moisture and causes rot. Pro tip: store potatoes away from onions. Both release gases that speed up spoilage. Keep them at least 3 feet apart. Stored correctly, potatoes can last up to 3 months. In the fridge, they spoil in just 2 weeks. Number 8. Honey. Honey is one of nature's perfect foods. It never spoils. Archaeologists even found 3,000-year-old honey in Egyptian tombs that was still edible, but refrigerate it and you'll ruin it in weeks. Cold temperatures cause honey to crystallize rapidly, turning it from smooth and golden to hard and grainy. It won't dissolve properly. Even worse, moisture can enter the jar every time you open it in the fridge. That condensation is honey's enemy. A National Honey Board study found that honey stored below 50 degrees Fahrenheit loses up to 35% of its antimicrobial properties, the same ones ancient civilizations relied on to treat wounds. Honey contains over 180 compounds that give it flavor. Where do you see the best interest in the coop? Cold temperatures break these down unevenly, degrading your high-quality honey into something that tastes like artificial syrup. Store it at room temperature, ideally 64 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit, in a sealed container, away from light. If it crystallizes, place the jar in warm water and stir. Bonus tip: darker honey contains more antioxidants, but it also suffers more from refrigeration. Number 7. Bread. This surprises almost everyone. Your refrigerator actually makes bread go stale faster. Strange, right? But it's true. Refrigeration speeds up a process called starch retrogradation. That's when starch molecules crystallize and force out moisture, leading to stale bread. Researchers from the Institute of Food Technologies found that bread kept in the fridge stales 6 times faster than bread stored at room temperature. In their tests, refrigerated bread turned hard and crumbly in just 3 days, while room temperature bread stayed soft for a full week. The cold also destroys the volatile organic compounds that give bread its signature smell and taste. That cardboard flavor? It's real. Best storage? A bread box or paper bag at room temperature. Allow some air circulation to prevent mold while preserving softness. Can't finish a loaf? Slice and freeze it. Freezing locks in freshness better than refrigeration, and frozen slices can go directly in the toaster. Just don't thaw them first. That causes moisture issues. Number 6. Coffee. Coffee fans, this one hurts. Your refrigerator is killing your coffee. Coffee beans are porous and absorb odors. That leftover pizza or pungent cheese, your beans are soaking up those smells. But it's not just about flavor contamination. Refrigerators fluctuate in temperature, causing condensation on the beans. That moisture leads to premature aging and possibly mold. According to the Specialty Coffee Association, refrigerated beans lose 60% of their erratic compounds in just 1 week. Also, the cold solidifies oils in the beans, preventing proper extraction during brewing. That's why your coffee tastes dull or bitter. Store beans in an opaque, airtight container at 60 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Buy in small batches you'll use within 2 weeks. For long-term storage, freezing works better than refrigeration, though only freeze once. Divide beans into weekly portions, freeze, and take out only what you'll use. Number 5. Banana. Ever put bananas in the fridge and watch them turn black overnight? It's called a chilling injury. Their cell walls rupture, enzymes leak out, and nutrient production stops cold, literally. Bananas lose up to 80% of their vitamin C within 5 days in the fridge. That's not cosmetic, it's nutritional destruction. Store bananas at room temperature, hang them if you can, and use simple hacks to manage ripening. Want them to ripen faster? Put them in a paper bag with an apple. Slower? Wrap the stems in plastic. Number 4. Tomatoes. This may shock you the most. Refrigerating tomatoes literally alters their genes. Yes, scientists at the University of Florida found that cold temperatures turn off genes responsible for producing flavor. Once deactivated, they never fully recover, even after warming up. Out of 25,000 genes, hundreds shut down in cold-stored tomatoes. The result? A flavorless, nutrient-dead red balloon. Cold storage reduces lycopene, a heart-protective antioxidant, by up to 65%. Without necessary enzymes also destroyed by cold, even the remaining lycopene becomes unusable. Microscopically, refrigeration shreds the fruit structure. Proper storage? Room temperature, stem side down, in indirect light. Never use plastic bags. Trapped ethylene gas accelerates spoilage. Ripe tomatoes last 3 to 5 days. Too many? Make and freeze tomato sauce. Cooked tomatoes have even more bioavailable lycopene. Number 3. Onions. Refrigerating onions is a major mistake. Your fridge has 95% humidity. Onions need just 65% or less. The excess moisture leads to mold, especially black mold that produces aflatoxins, among the most carcinogenic substances known. Even before mold shows, refrigeration converts onion starches into sugar. A Texas University study found a 270% sugar increase in refrigerated onions after 2 weeks. The result? Weirdly sweet, mushy onions that won't caramelize properly. Store whole onions in a dry, cool, well-ventilated place. Use mesh bags or baskets, not plastic. Keep them away from potatoes and sunlight. Once cut, onions should be refrigerated in an airtight container and used within 7 days. Number 2. Garlic. Storing garlic in the refrigerator is a disaster. It loses potency and can even become dangerous. The cold causes garlic to sprout, which turns it bitter and hard to digest. Worse, the fridge's moist environment fosters mold that can produce harmful mycotoxins. UC Davis research found that garlic loses 50% of its allicin, compound responsible for its health benefits, within 10 days of refrigeration. That's what gives garlic its antimicrobial and heart-healthy power. Cold also damages garlic's texture. Refrigerated garlic turns mushy and difficult to chop. Store it properly in a cool, dry place with air circulation, ideally around 60 to 65 degrees Fahrenheit. A mesh bag or basket works best. Avoid sealed containers or plastic. Keep garlic away from sunlight and the stove, which hastens sprouting. Whole heads last up to 6 months. Once broken, use close within 10 days. Cooking tip. Room temperature garlic releases flavor more effectively than cold garlic. Number 1. Avocados. We save the worst for last. refrigerating avocados is borderline criminal. These fruits offer over 20 essential nutrients, including healthy fats like oleic acid, vital for senior brain health. But cold destroys those fats via lipid peroxidation, creating damaging free radicals. Stanford researchers found that avocados lose 90% of their antioxidant activity within 4 days of refrigeration. Vitamins E and C? Gone. And it gets warmer. Cold activates polyphenol oxidase, an enzyme that breaks down avocados from within, turning them stringy, watery, and bitter. The fix? Store unripe avocados at room temperature in a bowl with airflow. To speed ripening, put them in a paper bag with a banana. Once ripe, refrigerate only if necessary and for no more than 2 to 3 days. If cutting one, leave the pit in the unused half. Brush with lemon juice and store in an airtight container with an onion slice. This prevents browning for up to 2 days without affecting taste. The truth about refrigeration has been buried for too long. These 9 foods could be costing you not just money, but your health, especially in your golden years. Every nutrient matters when it comes to aging well, protecting brain health, and staying strong. Don't let your refrigerator quietly undo your best efforts. Store these foods properly and preserve their full nutritional power. Your body deserves the best, and now you know how to give it just that. Now it's your turn. Which of these foods surprised you the most? Have you unknowingly refrigerated them for years? Share your experiences in the comments. We're reading and responding to every single one. Thanks for watching.